Welcome back to the Schmeat Nation 3 podcast, final week of the season edition of the podcast, final week of the regular season. Brutal.
Yeah,
I'm Kieran,
can't believe
as
we're
always,
here.
here with Adam in the booth. How we doing?
Sad. It's sad. Just sadness. Coming to an end already. Feels like we just started. Draft day was just yesterday, but
It's
here we
crazy.
are. Yeah.
Tough how fast December falls upon us. Got a good one today, little playoff primer, little view of all the scenarios. Somehow the playoffs still not decided, only a few of us locked in, and should be
Yeah.
fun. Are you ready?
Now I'm always ready. Yeah. Let's do
Let's
it.
get into it. Starting with an absolute beatdown here. Max flexing his wings a little bit. Domination. And I'll tell you what, their confidence in the team has had an all-time low. Hopefully I can point to it just facing New England for the Chargers and a couple buys, but not ideal. Full devastation.
Yeah, this one was tough, but Max's team is just getting super hot and healthy at the right time. It's a wagon, man. Either hop on it or get out of the way.
Yeah,
It's
this
not
is
locked in yet, so all the people that are making playoffs are praying that this guy won't be in, but it's tough to see a road where he's not in it.
there are 100% multiple people who I do not want to see in the playoffs who are not locked into the playoffs yet that I would love to see somehow not make it, but we'll see. Massive points. I mean, this is just kind of what we expected, although we both chose me. This is just, none of this surprises me in the slightest. Dak putting
Yeah,
up over 30 again and Tyreek in the same boat and then just raw talent around it. He's
yeah.
got a really good setup and that's with Josh Jacobs on the bye. Like, how do you, who do you take out? His hardest decision is like, do I want 20 points or 16? It's like,
Yeah, exactly. You can't
yeah,
really miss with any of those running backs right now.
he's set. He's set. Jumping into your one, we talked about it. You have his number, and you take him down
Yeah.
again.
I just own this guy. It was just playing for pride at this point, playing for the league history. But yeah, I was hoping to pick up some wins going into just to carry some momentum into draft season and next year. But then Tank Dell goes down again, and so does Brian Robinson. So there goes my momentum builders.
Wait, Brian Robinson got hurt?
He got hurt mid game, and now he's on bye. So
Oh, well, hopefully he can come back for it. I didn't see that one. I love both you guys have Houston players in the flex, just both drop goose eggs. Your
yeah,
flexes were struggling left and right.
I mean the whole team was struggling. The only person that did good in this entire matchup was Sam Laporta and
Yeah,
Joe Mixon, I guess.
yeah, they were there. Eckler
Yeah,
is a concern. That guy looks so bad out there. So that's
yeah,
a
it looks
problem for
so
Parker.
slow. But yeah, Parker's gonna need him in week 14. He'll get Diggs back, but
I
Parker's
didn't
got to be
see who
sweating for
Parker was
sure.
playing next week, but this guy making playoffs would be a miracle for him at this
I
point.
think
I don't
he's
think he's
playing
had a good
Andrews.
game. He hasn't had a good game in like 3 weeks. Poor guy.
Yeah,
Jumping into another one. Do not want to see other Jamie. I think with this is locked in the playoffs. We'll check in a little bit, but 167 with a 2.9. I mean, this is we talked about it. Who went down? Who'd she have? Joe Burrow goes down, but she's got Brock Purdy, who might just be even better on a
yeah,
weekly basis. Like absolutely disgusting team. And Jasper actually did good this week. 146 is great, especially with a couple of
he
geese.
played an
But
injured Aaron Jones.
did he not even play?
I don't think so. Did he?
Oh no, Jas, what are you doing? And maybe it wouldn't have mattered. He's not going to put Colts D in there, so woof,
Yeah,
woof. But I have a good performance from him. He's going to need it again going up in a big matchup this week. But Jamie's team's hot, just like Max. There's three people on fighting for it: Max, Jamie, and Reese, and their teams are all electric right now. So
yeah. These are the teams that are just they got hot at the right moment, and they're hoping to carry it into playoffs. Had to struggle a little bit early on to get there, but now those are the teams that are a force.
yeah, and just you slide Adams in there, and oh my God, like not even a bad performance from Mingo, but just feels like the ceiling is so much higher.
Yeah,
Good win for Jamie. Locks up playoffs. Gets the job done in our game of the week. Jasper has another chance this one. And here we go. Eddie, he'd been talking about it all week, said his team was ready. This was their Super Bowl of sorts. He's got another Super Bowl next week. It puts Brad in a tough spot, teetering on the edge there, takes him down, puts Brad in that 7-6 mode, and really just the tale of the buys and the outs from Brad. Still putting up 127. That's respectable, especially with Dallas D falling down a bit, but good performance from Eddie's players. Well-rounded team. Another one of those guys who just couldn't pick up wins during the season, but has a solid roster.
Yeah, this was kind of a bye week for him as well with Hawkinson and Allen out there. Oh my God, yeah, the entire team was on bye. But
Oh yeah, on Brad's then. Yeah, I touched it.
yeah, yeah, he's definitely got the most points for of the 7-6 teams, so he's sitting pretty there in terms of that. But by no means is he locked in yet. So that would be so unfortunate for him to miss the playoffs with the amount of points that he's scored. But it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, I feel like he really had a couple weeks with the Dallas D going nuclear, but otherwise I can't remember when we've seen Brad put it together in a while. But he's,
Yeah, which is why he's 7-6. It's almost as many losses as wins. So
yeah,
yeah,
true, true. And on Eddie's side, I mean, just playing upset, and it feels damn good, honestly. It's just misery loves company.
yeah,
You pull those guys down with you, ending people's playoffs hopes. I'm in a few places just doing that myself. Took down my high school rival and knocked him out of playoffs in another league. You're playing for nothing except
yeah.
just to give him the middle finger, one last fuck you. So
Exactly. Yeah,
I love it.
that's
I
what it
love it.
comes down to.
These final weeks of the regular season, when you're in that spot, are just better than competing for last place. Like, so good work, Teddy. Brings him down. Was a bye week. We'll see if Brad can bounce back. Jumping in again, like we said, Reese's team absolutely on fire at the moment. I lit a fire under DK. He watched the video, tweeted at me, called a clown, and here we are, 37.4. Looks pretty damn good in Reese's lineup, dropping 165. Probably Connor's best performance of the season,
Yeah,
131,
certainly in a long time.
but wasn't enough. I think we talked about Derrick Henry having a good matchup, so he rounds it out there. I mean, it's just he has such floor potential with some of these players. I mean,
Yeah,
Goose
I
as
mean,
well.
this is just what his team has been all year. Like, I feel like Derrick Henry doesn't ever get on track until late in the year, and losing Nick Chubb was just such a bummer for him. I feel like he lost, and Mike Williams, that's right. So he's definitely dealt with the injury bug all year. I feel like he squeaked a couple wins out of there when he definitely didn't deserve to, but you know, that's just fantasy. It eventually caught up to him. Over on Reese's side, yeah, like you said, another wagon going into playoffs, man. There's a lot of teams that I'm excited to watch.
Yeah, and it's like of the teams on fire at the moment, Reese already has a victory, so trying to be the second guy in 2 years to get his name up on the trophy twice. And he certainly can do it. He's got an absolute force of a team.
Yeah,
Back
it
to my
looks like
CMC.
there's three people that are in playoffs right now. You, Brad, and Reese have already won it before, but those other three spots are up for grabs for first timers.
There you go. It's always good to get another name on the trophy, shows the history of the league, but we'll see who can pull it out. And finally, this one wasn't close really all weekend. I think after the Sunday games, it looked pretty good for Seth, but a 31-point performance from Jamar Chase brought it close. Obviously, devastating to have Matt Stafford and Trey McBride over on the bench. The two tight end might just be the move for Andrew in that playoff losers bracket because he's got some guys down there. But Seth on the bye week pulls through. If he knew it was going to be this close, maybe he would have slotted in a defense, had to make a tough decision, but didn't
Yeah.
bite him in the ass this time. Gets a dub, secures first place, and
Mm-hmm.
gets that bye week in the top section. Though with those teams on the rise, who knows if facing the sixth or third is going to be a good spot to be in.
Yeah.
See.
I'm interested to see this year how Baltimore does because this team definitely lives and dies by the Baltimore Ravens, who in the past have started to slow down as the months get colder. But that's also because they've never had Lamar in these months. So we'll see what happens.
True. Great time for the bye week in fantasy and real life. Who do they play? They play the Rams. Oh man, so they have his first game will be against San Francisco, and it's
Yeah,
in San Fran. Wow, that's
that'll
something to
be
look
tough,
at.
man.
Otherwise, they can definitely do it against
Yeah, I mean,
Miami.
if he makes it to that championship with his team, it's tough to see him losing that game, but we'll
Wow,
see who he's going
San
against.
Fran, that's pretty spicy. But Seth can
Yeah.
sleep this week. Doesn't need to set the lineup, and he's through.
Hmm.
Good for him. Damn,
Yeah.
that's quite the
A lot of fun
AFCB to look at.
matchups. A lot of fun matchups.
All right, we'll jump into our power rankings, and then I tease something in the Snapchat group, and we'll take a peek at it. You might already see the fantasy football hub up there, but jumping in, quite a lot of shaking. Although at the end of the day, not too much, but
Hmm.
quite a few risers. Max, of course, absolute dominant, and then uh Seth back up at the one spot.
Yeah, there's just a lot of little shuffling at the top between those top seven, eight teams. I guess Jasper's ranked ninth, but he's still very in the hunt. Um, Still alive there. Yeah, but Max's team has just been rising since like week 6 or something. I think he was 2-5 at some point. I don't know.
That I think that sounds right. Honestly, he's has been electric. And peep the standings. Check out the streaks here. 5 games for Reese. Wow. And
Yeah,
3 for Seth. So Seth's rounded it out well.
yeah.
Doesn't show us much about Max, but yeah, you get the point.
He's on that 2 game win streak, and he was on like I think he was on a 4 or 5 game win streak before that. So I think he's yeah,
Yeah, he's going.
he's
We're pretty
definitely
ironed
definitely
out,
put it
aren't we,
together.
on the 8 through 12?
Yeah, I just gave Jasper the nod because he's still alive over Eddie, but at the end of the day, does that really matter? Being ranked eighth or ninth? Who
It's gonna
knows?
stall him.
He could be arguing that he's top six, man. He could be top six next week.
True. Maybe we'll put him in there.
Yeah.
All right, jumping in. I found this thing on the internet. It's kind of silly. You can load in your league. So I've loaded in the Schmeat Nation 3. You can check out the power rankings that they have. Let's see who they got. It tells you their thing here. So, not really that accurate, but
Mm.
basically just the standings with their points scored.
They're just
Uh,
giving away their algorithm right there. I mean,
yeah, anyone
my
can
my
do this.
algorithm is secret. Are you kidding me?
Huh? You keep it to yourself. But my favorite thing is looking at the playoff odds. They have it broken down by where you could possibly finish. So I was getting a little worried, but apparently I don't have to be. 85% chance to finish second. I don't know where they get this from.
You
I
just
think if I
want.
lose and
Is this
Jamie
just the
wins,
regular season?
this is what?
This is just regular season.
Yeah, this is just regular season, not like overall.
Yeah.
It's got 10,000 Monte Carlo simulations. I don't know what that means,
Oh
but
man, I do. I do. Did that in
that's
school.
stats.
Let's go.
There we go. So here's
I,
everyone's point. Jamie's actually
how would I
locked
ever
in.
finish 11th? What? Does Connor only have 4 wins?
That's a great question.
Oh, he does. I thought I was locked into last.
No, there you go. Although
Look at
you do
that.
need a win. I apparently getting a win's impossible in this thing. Based on what I'm looking at, because everyone who needs one is ranked lower. Like I feel like it should be higher for Jamie. Who does she play this week? She just needs to win, and I
Plays.
need to lose. There's no
She
way it's
plays
that.
me. Are you kidding me?
Oh shit, you do have her
There's a
number.
24% chance I beat her.
Oh, I guess because she can't catch me in the score. It
Or it's
must
not
be. It
likely
must be
to.
points for. Yeah.
Yeah. She's not likely to catch you. She
Oh yeah,
could
she
catch
would
you.
need 100. She needs me to lose. So anyway, I thought that was pretty silly. Screen grab this. But the ultimate thing that this has, really the only reason for it, is the schedule comparison tool where it shows you how you would have done if you had someone else's schedule. This is like the ultimate fantasy grab bag. Like, Adam, you're having a tough season. Would it have mattered? No. So,
Not even
you
close.
got solace there. You
Yeah.
got solace.
Look at that. 3 was the minimum number of wins that I could have. So
You
that
maxed
is
out.
just that, like, yeah, it was as worse, the worst it could have been.
You did well. So pretty silly. You can gauge where you see everyone at. For a while, Seth had a really weak schedule, but if we go to Sun God, I would have been worse if I had Seth's schedule. I was 7-6, but I would be dominating if I had Max's schedule.
Yeah,
So
look at
kind of
that.
hilarious to point to, something to look at. Only three people would have got better if they had mine, Seth and Brad. So hey, good for you guys. Apparently I had a tough schedule. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
This really just looks like I made this algorithm. I've been coding all night. What's the Monte Carlo? I don't know. Oh wow, I have a tough schedule.
Wait, what
So
is the
just something
weekly
funny.
record versus all teams? Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
this is what if you would have played every single person. So Jasper had the highest score. He won 11-0. And then where you place overall. So we're all pretty close up here at the top and then middle pack. Essentially like what's it called? Can't remember the format, but there's a format where you beat your divisional opponent and then you also need a place in the
Yeah,
top
you have
six
like
for
you get
wins.
2 wins slash losses per week,
Yeah.
whereas you also you like play your matchup, but then you also play against the league. So if you score in the top half and win, you go 2-0 on that week.
Hmm.
A lot
So
of
there you
people
go.
like that format.
Yeah, I mean you have there could be something there. Yeah, let us know in the comments. So anyway, just thought that was fun. Give some spice. Check out your playoff odds to finish elsewhere. That one kind of makes more sense. You could also fuck around and you're like, all right, well, if if Eddie wins and Reese loses, well, how are we looking up here? So, Reese is
Yeah.
kind of a win and he's in type of
What if
situation.
there's a
So
tie?
if there's a tie, it's looking pretty good for everyone else.
Yeah,
So there you go.
let's go.
All right, ready to jump into the next matchups?
Yeah, let's get into next week.
Let's do it. Starting off, this is hopefully a bounce back game for me, trying to build momentum going into the playoffs. But I did put up the lowest score in the league last week, so anything can
Mhm.
happen. Apparently, Connor had a great matchup against me week 3, so maybe
Yeah,
this one
that
will be
might be
close.
his highest score on the year. Who knows? Could be up there.
That's why, I've always said I have such a hard schedule.
Yeah. You might want to think about benching some of these players. You're really only hoping that they don't get injured, and your and bench never gets injured, man. It's always your starters, at least. That's how it feels.
True. Maybe I'll take everyone out. I already got Calvin Ridley over on the bench, so letting him take a little break.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not too much going on in this matchup. You're obviously still playing for the bye, so you're hoping to lock that up, and it's a good matchup to lock it up against. So
Yeah, as long as Jamie doesn't outscore me by 100 and something, and I win, I'm doing pretty well. So,
you're ahead by 115 points. So
and honestly, after last
if
week
you score like
and
80 and
Jamie's
she
team,
scores 195, there you
and
go.
then if I score 80 and win, that'd be a miracle. So,
This is the team to do it against, though.
so this is who she needs. Justin Herbert obviously falling way off. Just hoping that I can get a bye and allow his pieces to rest up and Eckler to be shut down for the season or something because that's not working out. So. On
Mhm.
Connor's side, he had a great week last week, and it could happen again. I mean, Devo, I think, just dominated Seattle like 2 weeks ago. Yep, put up 22.4. So
Yeah,
he'll get a lot there. Derrick Henry should play, I believe, and you can run on Miami, I think. So, there's some things there, but it is tough to see his win scenarios on any given week. He should be looking to slot out some good guys and keep himself out of that last place spot, not have to do the punishment. So I'll take myself there.
yeah, man. The punishment is brutal this year, so you definitely do not want to be doing that. But I'm also taking you in this matchup.
There we go. Jumping into the next one, we talked about it. Eddie trying to play spoiler. Reese has been hot lately, but he did lose to a hot God Gamers probably before
Mhm.
Eddie started shipping all his players away
Yeah,
back in week 3, back when Eddie had life. And this one should be good. This is a
yeah. This
great
one's
game.
close. It's projected to be closer than I thought it would be. The average
After
over there on Eddie's team looks nasty.
Damn, Eddie's team is actually gross. Dude. I'd be a little worried if I'm Reese. I mean, his team's been showing that he has nothing to worry
Yeah.
about, but
Is Darren Waller still out? Not that it really matters. That's kind of the weak spot of this
he
team.
is
But like,
starting to. I guess yeah, he should have way more. Oh, but he picked up Isaiah Likely. I didn't know he was out there, so there you go. That will be a
yeah,
solid slot in. Is he expected to be back? I don't know why he has him in there. He ran
like,
routes. That's huge.
yeah.
We'll see if he can
Wow, yeah,
help
this
Reese
one's
make a
tough.
playoff
I'm gonna
push.
take Reese here. I think that he's still his team is just so hot. The way that Mike Evans is playing right now, him and Baker have an amazing connection. And then yeah, Christian McCaffrey against the Seahawks seems like a pretty slam dunk matchup. And it feels like Justin Fields is always tearing up the Lions. Although I did see a stat that like the Lions are or the Bears are like 8-19 since 2013 against the Lions, and 7 of those wins came from Matt Nagy. So
Damn, Matt Nagy had to know what. Why'd we give him away? That's the only matchup
those
I
are
care
also
about on
during the
any
Matt
given
Patricia
year.
years, so a lot of wins were coming
Oh,
against
okay,
the Lions
yeah,
those years.
that's
But
some
yeah, Justin
correlation
Fields,
causation.
yeah, he always seems to run all over Detroit. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, fresh off the bye, you'd like to see them give him more of a chance. He struggled in that Minnesota game, but
But yeah, like he just played. They just played 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. He scored 23. It's not a
yeah,
bad.
it's interesting. I guess CJ Stroud plays the Jets.
Damn, dude, he's
Oh,
benching
man,
Christian Watson after that
I
massive
think he's
game.
hurt. I don't know if he's actually gonna play.
Hmm.
Oh, I guess they're gonna know more about it Tuesday, and then we got absolutely no information today. So that's awesome. I imagine he plays him. It's tough. His team's so
Yeah,
good.
I mean, who
Who
do
would
you
have
take
thought?
out? It must be.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, it's tough. I
But it seems like Jordan Love is just heating up so much.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm sure if Christian Watson's healthy, he'll try to get him in there.
Yeah.
It's tough. Like I feel like Eddie's team is really good and could totally pull off a win, but Reese has just been on absolute fire, and I feel like I'm gonna have to go Reese as well. Damn,
Yeah.
what has he won like 5 games in a row?
I think he's
What would
on
that
a
be
five
like?
game win streak.
That's crazy. He's 2-6. Damn. Good for him. Good for him. He needed that.
Yeah.
And here we are into the Lamb Bowl. A lot going on in this matchup. Bradley needs a victory. Doesn't necessarily have that as his only scenario, but you don't really want to leave it up to chance. A lot of
Yeah.
teams with the opportunity to win in the 7 and 6 slot there. Um, we maybe Brad will be utilizing that playoff odds, a little game matchup calculator there. But Seth coming off the bye, 10-3, the Vegas favorite to win it all, and 150 average, and the team just looks absolutely gross. No one outside of the top 20. That's
Yeah.
insane.
I
That's
mean, he
really
lost
insane.
Mark Andrews and just replaced him with the second greatest tight end in the NFL.
That
Yeah,
is
Seth's team
insane.
just absolutely insane. Brad's team still looks good. I mean, I've harped about the flex that he's had all year, and it still feels like his running backs are a bit tough. Losing Jonathan Taylor was a big loss. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it, man.
I worry. I don't know if Najee's supposed to play. I think he missed practice. Was he back out there? Oh, they're optimistic.
It
He
says
didn't
will
practice
play
Tuesday
Thursday.
or Wednesday. All right.
Oh my god, are they playing Thursday? Dude, what a fire Thursday night matchup. Oh, let's go.
Yeah, Pittsburgh versus New England should be a good one. Everyone's
Dude,
favorite. We got the biscuit out there. Bailey Zappi too. Oh, should be awesome. So
that's
yeah,
gonna
there's
be
concerns. It would definitely be out of a lot of the teams getting into the playoffs. This one would be a little bit more of a days past performance than days present. But Jonathan Taylor's supposed to be back for championship weekend, so if he gets him
that's
back,
true.
team will be looking great. And
Brad's
obviously,
crossing his
we'll have
fingers for that.
the number one QB in 6 point is huge.
I
But
did an incredible job of drafting the onesie positions this year in tight end and QB.
yeah, true. I thought he had Cowboys. Oh, on the bench.
Like
Wow.
I guess Packers D against the Giants could be good.
Yeah, Packers
Does
have been
not
hot. You gotta
trust.
stay fluid. Props to him. I would have just kept
Uh,
rolling these guys out there, but he understands the matchup. Last time they played Philly, what happened? Was it bad? They got 4, so yeah, it's not enough. He's going
we'll see what
Packers.
happens. It does look like the Eagles are a bit weak, and it's at home for the Cowboys. So who knows?
Yeah. I feel like it's just so hard to look at Seth's team. I mean, he's my number one overall for a reason. I'm gonna go Seth in this Lamb Bowl rematch. Who won early? Seth got the better of him early, and it was a dud from Brad. Wow.
Yeah, I was also gonna go Seth here, but you know what? Fuck it, give me Brad.
He's
I
getting
believe.
crazy. He's getting crazy. Seth just with the depth too, man. Still not putting in Keaton. He's gonna feel it out. A couple more weeks
I
with the
mean, why
Gus
wouldn't
bust. Oh, he
you?
doesn't even have Gus in there.
Yeah.
Damn, his team is stat. No wonder. I mean, yeah, every single one of these guys is
Yeah, I mean, we
worse.
said it a long time ago that like the worst part of his team is James Cook, and I would love to have James Cook on my team.
Yeah, just been pretty solid all year.
Yeah.
So yeah, a gross team. One of those guys that he doesn't have to fear. Like I'm worried about matchups. I'm checking like fucking lines and stuff. Seth, bring it on. He'll take anyone down. So
Yeah.
we'll vote for him. And I was told to look at his profile picture. Although I don't know why I can't. I think I can control click. Nope. Nope. All over.
You just gotta control plus 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 plus. Oh no.
I broke it. All right, so this is why I don't click on people's profile pictures. But look at that, you
Yeah.
get real
Oh,
close.
it's the Teletubbies.
It's the Sun God Teletubbies. And we also got Bradley, who's he's got a peanut Camaro. It looks almost AI. Let us know in the comments if that's AI down
I think
below.
that is because I don't trust Brad to do a Photoshop job like that, and no
It's
one
just
has
too
like
electric.
Kamara's jersey on a peanut.
Who knows?
It has to be AI.
What do I have it at here? Is that good?
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Jumping in, your matchup going up against Jamie. She got the better of you, and ESPN saying it's going to be like that again. How are you feeling this week? You think you can do a little bit
No,
of a
I
playoff
don't.
seeding change around?
I do not think so. I think Jamie has got this one in the bag, especially because I lost Tank Dell and Brian Robinson this week. So having to slot in Gabe Davis always feels terrible. I mean, you look over at her team, and I really like her team. I've loved it all year. She does lose a little bit with Ramondre going out, but I think she's got enough around the bottom of her team to make up for that loss. I mean, Ramondre, what he had 2 points last week, and she still put up 160.
Yeah, she's got a great unit. Good year for Jamie. Uh, in an interview, she came out and said that she started doing research, and that's all you need. It's dangerous, honestly. Paying
Yeah, I
attention
mean,
and
you
researching,
put in
dangerous.
the slightest little effort, and then fantasy all of a sudden becomes, way easier.
It's
And then you
huge.
put in too much effort, and then you get last place.
And if you're Jamie, you really only needed to pay, right? Like she picked up Puka, I think. Was that before or just week one?
It must have been week
It was
one.
just week one. So she just got a guy she can start every single week. And besides that, the team's fairly similar to what it just looks like at the beginning. So
Yeah.
great draft. I mean, great receivers, phenomenal. So we'll see her in playoffs. I'll
Yeah, for
go
sure. I'm
Jamie.
taking Jamie.
We'll both go her there. Jumping into another one. This is as close to a tank bowl as we could get. The last time Andrew played Parker, though, he did go absolutely berserk. So that is in the cards, especially with Jamar Chase having some weird connection with Jake Browning. So
Yeah.
Jameer Gibbs can run all over them. Parker's team is just terrifying. Doesn't have a backup QB. My guess is he has a bid in right now for Jordan Love, who's out there on the wire. We'll see if that gets onto his team. Or he hasn't paid attention because he's already tapped out and
Yeah.
knows he's done.
He's already given up on the year. Yeah, he does get Dallas Goddard back. I mean, Dallas Goddard is his guy. He drafted him across multiple leagues this year. And he does slot Stephon Diggs back in, so makes those wide receivers look a lot better. But tough year for tough year for Parker. Chris Olave really just never panned out to what you wanted him to be. And I don't know if he took Chris Godwin over Mike Evans, but just unfortunate decisions all over the place for him.
Probably did. I think most people did. He's just kind of been there. I mean, hasn't really had a great stretch of weeks, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this
I
was
mean, Mike
just off the
Evans has
back of
just
a
come
rush.
alive in the past,
Yeah,
3 or 4 weeks,
it's been tough for
which I'd love
him.
to see. 10th season over 1,000 yards. Congrats, Mike Evans, my guy.
And he's been waiting for the Schmeat Nation 3 podcast announcement of the
Yeah,
1K, so
yeah, he has been. He texted me earlier. He's like, make sure to give me a shout out. Like, I got you.
Uh,
Uh, yeah.
I'll go Andrew here
Oh
personally.
man, I was gonna take Andrew to be spicy, but I'm going Parker now.
Let's go
Keep
back.
the
I think
parody
this is
alive.
it. This is nail in the coffin. I mean, since Parker made that trade, things have not gone his way. It has been tough
I don't
sledding.
think Kamara's been any better though. Is the thing.
No, I meant the Taysom Hill for
Oh yeah,
Stephon
yeah.
Diggs trade,
The
I think.
fantasy gods were very mad at him for that.
The karma, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll go Andrew, and
Yeah.
I think
I'm
that's about
taking
it for
Parker
this game.
still.
And here we go, the game of the week. Playoffs have started last week for Jasper. Couldn't get it done. Has a second opportunity here, but going up against an absolute juggernaut. Did have the better of him in week 3. But we got the 7-6 Jay Yip going against the 7-6 Max Kern. Jasper, happy birthday nod. I think Max might have a little gift wrap present here for you in this one. I don't know if it'll be close, to be
Yeah, it
honest.
is.
Like Tyreek against Tennessee is all you need. Pass funnel team, and
Yeah.
oh
I mean,
boy.
Tyreek and HN, I mean, I know you can't necessarily run all over them, but I feel like HN's going to have another big game.
Yeah, if I'm Jasper, I'm terrified. Might get Aaron Jones back. Can he wait until Monday? Has a couple bye weeks, but Terry McLaurin took a bye week last week as well. Double tight end, not what you want to see.
You
There
never
are
want to see the double
opportunities.
10 and making it into the playoffs. That's a little bit of an
Hey,
indictment
but
on the
seven
league,
and
but
five,
yeah,
man.
you
That's
know, I
7-5.
mean, who am I to say?
It's tough looks from Jasper here, and we both took me last week, and Max showed us that that was a mistake. He's got the number one kicker. This guy's a kicker expert. That's where he invests his research.
Yeah,
And just give me the 101 overall wide receiver to boot with the hottest QB in football. I mean, there's a lot to like. Rashad White
somehow
is
running back
apparently the
five, Josh
fifth.
Jacobs
What the fuck?
running back nine. Yeah, this guy has come alive.
He has quietly been having just a phenomenal season. I feel like the
Yeah,
only one
in
who
a
knows
year
that
where
is
running backs
Max.
have just been not good.
Yeah, my God. Yeah, there's just it's very similar to Seth. He just also has a 62 ranked T. Higgins in there. And then obviously if Achan actually played more games, he'd easily be inside the top 20. So a couple asterisk players, but aside from that, a
Yeah.
bunch of top 10s and top
These are the
20.
times where Max is wishing that he could just play five running backs and one wide receiver, because then he could just slide Jerome Ford in there.
True. Oh my God, yeah. Man, if T. Higgins has just any amount of performance, we could easily be seeing the 2 century mark here from Max's team. The
Yeah.
ceiling is so high. Another revenge game from Monty. I think he did great in the last one.
Yeah, this one is in
17.
Chicago too, so
Oh
he'll
man, yeah,
definitely,
that's deadly.
yeah.
Jasper's
I
gonna need a
mean,
lot. He's got a kicker who's been known to put up a lot some weeks, so right, didn't we have a 20
I feel
from
like
this
Nick
guy?
Folk has been a little bit ice recently
18.
though.
Oh man, it's all trended down from J Yip.
Yeah.
He's been on the edge for a while, but this could be it. But you
I'm
never
taking
know.
Max
It's
here.
Mahomes. You give me
Yeah, he does
Max
have
as
the
well.
Mahomes factor.
That's tough. It's tough, but that's fantasy football. And maybe Jasper wins. He gets in the playoffs. That's what I'm rooting for.
Yeah,
I
if
don't want to
Jasper
go
gets into
against
the
Jamba
playoffs,
Juice.
that would be wild. But
That
yeah,
would be
I
the best thing that could possibly happen. Hopefully, I just get
yeah,
the bye, and then whatever happens, happens. So,
it's true. Yeah.
all right,
But if you get the bye, I feel like the two teams that are going to come out of that wild card round are most likely going to be
on both
Reese and
sides,
Max.
both sides, 4 and 5 right now are these two. Jamie more than likely should finish with the 3 spot, unless one of these. Oh no, I guess not really actually, because she could lose
Yeah.
unless she loses. But yeah, I think the 3 and 6 is where you want to be. I don't know if I want to play the 4 and the 5. Well, we'll see what happens. I'll take whoever.
Yeah.
I'll just take
I
being in
wouldn't
the
want to play
playoffs.
anyone in that first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah. This would be a hot matchup. The JJs. There
Yeah,
you
that's
go.
right. A lot of J's in that one.
All right. Any other words? Need me to pull the schedule thing up, see if how you would have done.
No, because it's good to know that my team just would have been trash no matter what. So leaves me a
do our
lot.
best.
Well, lets me sleep at night that way. Knowing that there wasn't a scenario for me, no matter what.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, it was just tough. It's tough all year. Tough all year. Fighting injuries, caught the injury bug. You always hate when that happens. There's nothing you can really do about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel it. All right. Good luck to everyone battling still. Feels damn good to be in, especially with how my team's been playing. So good luck to y'all.
Yeah,
We'll see you
good
next
luck.
week for a
Yeah.
special playoff edition. Hopefully on my bye week. Kick the feet up. Any words?
I've been kicking my feet up for about 5 weeks now, so it feels good.
There you go. All right. Good luck, everyone.